Hey guys, this is Red and
Kilatia.
Kilatia.
Yeah. and and now we are doing our predictions for Nintendo at E3. And I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be short because Nintendo is kind of secretive. Like they really keep their stuff tight until they're ready to announce it. But
Really all three this year because I haven't seen much until like this past week with Bethesda and that Fallout 4. None of the companies have really said much.
Yeah, but it's
good.
Nintendo.
That's as good. This is going to be a lot of surprises, I think, from all three companies this year.
Yeah, but Nintendo is definitely the most secretive of the bunch. But, there is going to be a few things in there that's going to be interesting. Like, more Star Fox gameplay. Because that game's, I know for sure, going to come out this year, so they are definitely going to be able to show it off.
Yeah, that game's going to have to be shown off. That's one of the games that a lot of the Nintendo fans really want, and we haven't heard much from Nintendo at all about it. So I think that will definitely be there. And a surprise one could be Metroid, which they could start off their digital conference with either Star Fox or that, and that would probably make a lot of fans happy.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot of things on the Metroid side since Other M, but I think it's about time for a new Metroid game.
Did you see the conference last year? I don't remember what they started off with last year. I don't.
It
might have been Mario or something or Zelda. I don't remember.
I think they started off with a robot chicken skit last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't remember because it was kind of short and it's short and sweet.
Yeah. Another game I know that's going to be released this year is Xenoblade Chronicle X. So
yeah, Xenoblade. I actually, if I would get a Wii U, I'd probably get that game and Fatal Frame 5. That's the only two games I'd probably get out of that whole list. And I really want a price drop. If they get a price drop, I'll buy it right away. But let's go the Xenoblade. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, the Wii U has been released for like 2.5 years now. I think it's about time to at least consider like a $50 price drop for the system.
Yeah, I don't like. You can already get the system for $259.99. It's like the weekly special on eBay. You can get it like many different places. They'll like put it $259.99, no tax, free shipping, and so they really should at least. If they wanted to be really competitive, they would drop it by $100. That would actually probably help sales. And if it would not sell at $200, I don't know what would, because $200 would be a pretty good price, I think, for the consumer. For considering doesn't seem to be a whole lot other than Mario at the moment.
The biggest game for Nintendo consoles are of course the first party games. So they're still doing good in that front. Yeah, I think. Like as for Xenoblade Chronicle X, I played the original Wii version. I couldn't really get into it.
Is that released on 3DS now or no?
Yeah, that was a 3DS
Xenoblade
version.
X though. That's coming out on 3DS, isn't it? Or is that just Wii U?
Xenoblade X is for the Wii U.
Oh, Chronicles then is the one. Yeah. Chronicles is out
Chronicle
on 3DS.
3D is on the 3DS.
That I think just came out not long ago.
Yeah, for the new 3DS at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as I was saying, like I tried playing the first Xenoblade games on the Wii U, couldn't really get into it, but judging by the gameplay trailer for Xenoblade X, there are a lot of changes they made to the gameplay that makes me want to, give it a second chance. You know what I mean?
It's one of those games that's their big RPG. Nintendo doesn't have a lot of big RPGs at the moment, and that's like the big one for them. And that's what their like. If you just have a Wii U, that's what you're gonna buy. Yeah. If you're going to an RPG game, this one looks graphically, it looks better than most of the Wii U games. And I liked Xenosaga, which supposedly was supposed to be like 6 games, and then it got cut down to just episode 3. And I have no idea how Nintendo got a hold of the rights to the Xeno franchise, but
because like Namco Bandai sold all of their shows to the Monolith developers to Nintendo.
Wait,
so now
isn't Monolith the same one with Fatal Frame? or is that someone
No,
else?
that's a different company.
Okay. Then how did they get Fatal Frame? That used to be PlayStation 2 exclusive. Like, they came out exclusively on PS2.
Yeah, I think Nintendo of Japan made a deal with whoever developed those games.
Oh, man.
Specifically.
And that game, right, the Fatal Frame 5, since that's coming out this year, they definitely should show something off. And also another little neat thing that's in the game is... Oh, what's her name? I can't think of her name. Oh, Ayane from the Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive series. She's in the game somehow. I don't know how she plays a role in the games, but I think she has her own little story in the game.
Maybe she's the figment of somebody's imagination in that game.
Yeah.
And
I just see this is an actual Wii U game that can support their touchpad. Like, nothing else really, like, that's one of the problems with the touchpad. Nothing really is that great with that thing, and usually everyone uses the controller. This is a game that could actually require you, because you in past games it was like you use the camera and stuff. You could use the touchpad as a camera. Hopefully they did it right. It's already out in Japan, but I haven't seen much of it, so hopefully they do it right with Fatal Frame 5 and use that just like a camera thing. So that would be neat to see it in that.
Yeah, but these aren't necessarily games, but I like to see Nintendo talk about their DLC plans for both Smash Brothers and Splatoon, because we know they're going to have more fighters for Smash Brothers, and I really want to see what they do with Splatoon, because that's probably one of the better shooter games they've released for the Wii U so far.
Yeah, it looks like a very kid-friendly, family-friendly game.
Yeah,
and I think what they'll do, like you're talking about DLC and stuff for Smash Bros. I think they'll have more of those amiibos along with that.
Yeah, they'll definitely have more amiibos, considering that Nintendo are making like millions of dollars off the collectibles, hands over fist.
Exactly. And I don't know why they limit them so much. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose. I heard that they limited the Wii just to make people want them, like want to buy them more, to hype it up. I heard that at one time, but maybe they're doing. I don't know why they're doing it with the amiibos. They don't sound like they would be too much to make. I don't think they would cost that much.
Yeah, so, like it shouldn't be too hard to produce, because like
look at Activision. There's always plenty of Skylanders and plenty of their figures, and the Infinity for Disney. They always have plenty of figures out. I don't know why they're so stingy with those.
Like, I don't know. Like, they can produce more figurines if they want to, because like Meta Knight Amiibo, for example, that used to be rare. Like until 2 weeks ago, when Best Buy actually got in most stocks. Now they're pretty much common in my area.
Well, that's nice for fans then, if they're finally doing that.
Yeah. So what I would like them to do is, like, make some more Fire Emblem amiibos.
I think there's going to be a lot of content for the 3DS, since that has a lot of games. Like, I get press releases from Atlas. There's always a game that's coming out on the 3DS. Atlas, they're really friendly with that system. Yeah. There's always something new for the 3DS.
Oh, and speaking of Atlas, I'd like to see more information about the Shin Megami Cross Fire Emblem game.
I believe that's coming to the Wii U also.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, I can't wait. That's one of the games that I would consider buying too. Even though I'm not really... I don't know much about Fire Emblem or the Shin Megami games. I wouldn't mind seeing that, because I'm into the Japanese type of role-playing games and Japanese genre altogether. Yeah. So I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. But like, that could be something they only show off at TGS. They should show it off though here, because there's a niche audience for that over here.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Japanese RPG, I do also want them, to talk a little bit about Bravely Second for the 3DS as well, because the first Bravely Default game was a surprise hit, and I'm glad that
was one of those games that Square Enix got right.
Yeah, so I'm really happy they decided to do a sequel and such, because that franchise really needs to expand.
And we might see something for a Final Fantasy. Wasn't there, like, I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, Theater something like that.
Rhythm.
Yeah. Oh, Theater Rhythm. Is that what it is?
Theater Rhythm. Yeah.
They're probably just gonna be something for that.
Yeah.
Because they seem to do pretty good. They probably will have a bunch of games for 3DS because it always seems like there's a buttload of new games coming out for that system. It's a moneymaker.
Yeah.
It like prints money.
Yeah. And of course, there are probably going to be talks about new Mario games, especially the Mario Maker that's supposed to come out very soon.
Exactly. Yeah, that game, I believe that was a year ago, Mario Maker?
Yeah,
not last year, but the year before, didn't they?
They announced it last year, and it's supposed to Mario this year. So I'm sure they're going to talk a little bit more about it. I
could see that being a little bit like Little Big Planet, but with Mario, and you could create your own levels and stuff. Yeah. So it's going to be similar to that, maybe.
Yeah,
but
and
it's own Nintendo twist and style on it.
Yeah, and I believe you can also change like the graphics around from the retro 8-bit graphics to the more modern new Super Mario looks.
And did you say Mario Paper? I think I heard someone saying about a new Mario Paper or something coming out.
Mario?
Paper Mario, yeah. I don't know that franchise, but yeah, there's probably gonna be something new for Mario. Yeah, they always have something new. Yeah, and if we're lucky, maybe something from Zelda, but I don't see. Here's what I think they're gonna keep pushing it back, and then if it does come out, it would be on the last year of the Wii U, like their last try for last push for the Wii U on the market, because if they fail next year to sell a lot, I believe they're gonna just announce the next Nintendo system. If it's a handheld or if it's a combination, whatever it is, I think that's gonna be at next E3. I don't think it's gonna be this E3.
Yeah, Nintendo
if they show it off at this E3, the Wii U is gonna be dead. No one's gonna want to buy the Wii U if the next system's coming out next year.
They already announced that they're not going to talk about the NX console this year. Yeah. I think they're saving it for next year.
I think they are too. I think it depends on how the Wii U maybe does. The Wii U kind of sucks this year on sales. I think it's going to definitely come out. They're going to have something next year about it.
They're doing better this year compared to last year. But
compared to the GameCube, it sold half as many. And compared to, I believe it's only 1 million or 2 million from the Dreamcast at the same rate. Like, it's the same amount of time. It's like 1 million or 2 million behind the Dreamcast. So, it's not doing very well. It didn't even the Vita sold 10 million. This one didn't sell 10 million. It's so close to doing it, though. But we'll see this year. They have some big games coming out this year.
Definitely.
At the end of the year. Sony seems to be the one that doesn't really have anything this year. Yeah. So we'll see at the end of the year.
Yeah. And of course, since Nintendo been experimenting with a lot of free-to-play games under 3DS, I'm just going to be curious to see if they expand their free-to-play operations to the Wii U as well.
Yeah. There'll probably be some indie games in there as well. I don't know how friendly... Like, here's the thing. The PlayStation 4 has a lot more processing power and a lot more to it than the Wii U, and that's why like Project Cars, which was supposed to come out on Wii U at the same time and everything, and then now I think it got delayed or canceled because it's just not. It's just the inside of the system. It's not strong enough to support games like that, even in like 720p. It's just they should have gave it a little bit more power when they first released it, but hopefully we'll see some new third-party games at least for it. I don't know.
I get what you're saying, but other than like Project Cars, a lot of these indie games don't really need like a whole lot of horsepower. So
like indie games, I see there could be some new ones coming out from them. Yeah, and even on a Humble Bundle, they had you could buy some Wii U games that were on PlayStation and Xbox too, but they're like more indie games, and they had them also. You could buy like you pay like $10, you get like all these games on. They give you some 3DS and Wii U games, so there'll probably be some new games for them.
Yeah, most definitely, and like there really isn't a whole lot left to talk about Nintendo this time around because
maybe a Pokemon. But
yeah, they'll probably do something Pokemon related too. But like
that might be TGS.
Like I said earlier, they're like a very secretive company, so like they really keep those stuff tight-lipped until they're ready to announce it. So
it'd be really nice if they had a console version of Pokemon that was like a big RPG Pokemon game, but I don't know why they don't come out with that.
I don't know either. Like,
I think that would make a good amount of sales. Pokemon always sells. Yeah. Usually. I haven't seen too many Pokemon games not sell. If any. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you can always count on Pokemon to make a few dollars for Nintendo.
So, other than that, there's our predictions for Nintendo E3, and if you want to go check out the other videos on our E3 predictions, go use the link in the descriptions below. And this is Red and Kilatia.
You finally got it! Applause, everybody.
We're signing off. See you guys.
Yes, have a good day, everyone.